Happy 6th anniversary to the Zaler Avon channel. About a few months late. This video should have gone up on February 19th of 2022 as is tradition. However, for the first time I am about 4 months late, so not good. I think once I was a few days late. This video is now going to be going out on June 14th, which is not good, but I have a good excuse. I didn't want to distract myself at all from my speedrunning efforts in Origami King until I was completely done, because if I take a break from speedrunning, that one day break turns into months, and then I have to get back into my groove, and it takes time to refamiliarize myself with what I'm doing. I really wanted to take the obsessive route of 100% focus, getting it all done, and then worrying about all the other content I was making. I should have made an exception for the announcement video, the anniversary video, the annual anniversary video, because it's only once a year, but I did not, sadly. But here we are. Happy 6th anniversary to me. Both the YouTube channel and the Twitch channel are hovering in the 250, 260 follower subscriber area. While I have had a few donations from friends on Twitch, my Twitch streaming hasn't been nearly regular enough for that to be like a source of income or something very professional that I do. Maybe it's going to be in the future, but that was never the point of this channel. Never the point of the YouTube channel. It's never going to be the point of the Twitch stream. Unless it happens, in which case, yeah, give me your money. But I am very happy with the way things have been going, except for the complete lack of organization and the fact that I am just not finishing games. And last year, on the last anniversary video, the thing I blamed for that was all the Battle Royales I was playing. Because I was playing Warzone, PUBG, and Apex to death, doing nothing for months but playing those games, and not really focusing on the single-player games in the second rotation that I was supposed to be finishing, Zalp 11 through 20. Although, to be fair, Zalp 19, Sea of Thieves, is a time sponge in and of itself. Whether or not it should ever have been that is another matter entirely. But now, that's not really the excuse anymore, although I did play Fortnite a little, but not nearly as much as the others. Now the excuse is, well, I was speedrunning Origami King, the Zalp 18 game, Paper Mario the Origami King for the Nintendo Switch. The funny thing is, it's not even a game I was particularly fond of. In fact, I was pretty critical of it as a classic 1000-Year Door fan. It did grow on me a little bit, strangely, as I speedran 80% and 100%. But for the most part, I don't like the way they did Common Combat. And while I enjoy some of the areas and stuff, there are a few not tiny things, but there are a few things about the game that grate on me. But I spent the last 2 years, not just the past year, the last 2 years, basically throwing 1,000 hours or more into speedrunning Origami King. And to be fair, although it put all of my other projects on the back burner, I have a lot to show for it that I feel like I could be a little proud of. I have the world record, individual level world record, on speedrun.com across the world for all 16 of that game's bosses. I beat all the American runners, all the Japanese runners, all the European runners. I beat them all. And that was something I never thought I was going to do when I got my first world record in the Paper Mistake Buzzy Beetle almost 2 years ago. I say 2 years, it was slightly less than 2 years, but it would have been 2 years come this September, so it was more like 1 year and 9 months. I never thought I was going to be Papyria, the best Japanese runner at the time, but I started doing that, and then with all respect and admiration towards Papyria, an even better Japanese runner called YU started running, and then they became the next challenge, and I slowly overcame them. It was a very specific type of experience, speedrunning. It was kind of enjoyable for a few brief moments when I successfully got a world record, but the times that was spent doing that was absolute torture. And if you want to ruin your enjoyment of video games, you should speedrun, because it really does grate on you after a while. But anyway, I got the 16 world records for all the bosses. I got the 3 world records for the 3 ringer levels, which were much less competitive, but still a fun thing to do. And then I ran Red Streamer, any percent, and 100%. I got, at the time it was second place in Red Streamer, now it's third percent. Now it's third place in Red Streamer. I have third place in any percent, and second place in 100%. Mind you, any percent is 7 hours, sub 7 hours, and 100% was a 14-hour run for second place. 14 hours and 20 minutes. Although first place is 13 hours and either the 40-minute or the 30-minute area. A crazy, grueling run. It's it's something you really have to dedicate yourself to. It's not for everyone, and it's not particularly fun, although sometimes it can be. And I am very proud of what I accomplished, but I never intend to do it again. And if someone, I placed in every category, which feels really good. If someone beats one of my runs, however, I don't know how much I want to go back and chase them for it. That was a lot of time spent. I don't really feel like making myself revisit it. It's kind of like when I was forcing myself to try to do Dark Souls 0 death runs, and an attempt would take me 19 hours. And after like the 12th attempt, I was like, I don't like quitting, but I have to quit because I actually can't do this anymore. I hate myself every time I turn on this game. I'm too lazy to edit that out. Fuck you. I spent enough time speed running. Spending time on editing now is really water under the bridge. But no, seriously, I want to go back to enjoying games. Even, I am really frustrated though that after a couple of years of starting the second rotation of games where I do the 11th playthrough through the 20th playthrough, starting with Marvel Spider-Man, I've only really finished the 2. I finished Marvel Spider-Man and I finished Dark Souls. Jedi Fallen Order was finished, but now there's New Game Plus, and that's actually what I'm going to be doing after this anniversary video. So I'm excited to finish the project I started literal years ago. I'm very excited. 14 Smash Ultimate. I recorded I did a few videos of that. Recorded, I say. They're uploaded. I did a few videos on that, and I didn't continue because I was doing Soul Smash. I was doing all these other things. I need to recommit to that. 15 Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Same story as Smash. I did like 1 video, maybe 2, and then I haven't done anything else yet, so I have to commit to that. 16 is finished actually. That's I did with Ophelia as a gamer. I did Lego Star Wars. 17, Final Fantasy VII Remake. That was finished, however, there's now the PS5 PC updated version with the Yuffie content, so I have to record the Yuffie content. And I'm just going to stream the whole game again for the hell of it, because I love that fucking game. 18 is finished. Finally. Fucking Origami King. After all this speedrunning is done. 19 is Sea of Thieves. That game will end. That game will not be done next year. I know that for a fact. But everything else, hopefully, I'll tidy up. And then Zop 20 Crash 4, some colored gems and time trials to do. But yeah, it is frustrating. I didn't finish these projects, but at the very least, I got a little bit of attention for getting these world records and speedrunning. I got to experience, for better or for worse, what it was like to speedrun. I have this weird pain in my right wrist now that I'm convinced was from overtraining during speedrunning. But also, it gave me, I hope, more reaction time. We'll see how that plays out when I play other games. Probably doesn't transfer. But it was quite the experience. So, I actually have been networking with other streamers more. Crazy, I know, right? Even when I wasn't streaming, I was networking with other streamers. So, there's that. As for moving forward, I'm going to finish those YouTube playthroughs, and I'm going to start streaming again. Because when I started doing the speedrunning a year or two ago, I had to stop streaming because I couldn't stream myself speedrunning. Except for the 100%, because it's not as stressful, even though you think it would be at 14 hours, but there's a lot more wiggle room, so you hate yourself less when you make minor mistakes. Not that I didn't throw temper tantrums and fits when I did, but the pressure of the attention and the just the perception of eyes watching me was too much. I couldn't do it. So I actually haven't streamed for a really long time. But as of now, I'm going to rewrite a schedule that I'm going to actually stick to, and I'm going to stream very militantly in the coming future. I might not be as committed to it at first, just because it's summer and I feel like I should get out and get some air, see some people. Probably be a healthy thing to do after the years of speedrunning and locking myself in here and spamming the A button through text dialogue over and over and over again. I feel like I need to maybe go out a little bit more. Not that I haven't ever gone out. But I'm going to very seriously look into streaming and actually being consistent like a professional person would be. Another reason why I wasn't streaming a lot is because my stream got really fucking laggy and I didn't know why. I was calling the internet company multiple times. One time they came and they changed something and they made it worse. I was convinced at them, but the main problem wasn't actually them. It was fucking Streamlabs. If you're a streamer, for God's sake, listen to me. Never use that shit-ass program. Never use fucking Streamlabs. I went back to generic OBS, and as soon as I did that, my God, my stream looked fucking beautiful. When I used fucking Streamlabs, it was unbelievable. It was choppy as fuck. Every few frames, drop frames, drop frames, drop frames. I think over a quarter of fucking the frames that my stream was running were dropped, and just fucking complete garbage quality. And I called Streamlabs tech support, and I think they said something about updating the BIOS of my motherboard and some other random shit that I was going to do, except I decided I wanted to fucking get rid of them and replace them anyway. So I did that because I heard other news about how their program is shit that made me not like them. So I use generic OBS now with Stream Elements as a plugin, which is the way our Lord who doesn't exist intended it to be. So I'm very happy with the results of doing that. Don't ever use that fucking shit-ass program. I'm going to write a very negative review of that program as soon as I write a very negative review of the car dealership that yanked me around the other day, and as well as one for Origami King. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Who knows? That game is really finicky. Some of the controls are very wonky. I'm probably just grumpy from having speedran it, because you're going to be grumpy when you try to push a game to its limits, but also I feel like if my critiques are justified. The game did grow on me at the end there, though, so I will level it out a little bit. Maybe not be too harsh on it. As for my personal life, I know I spoke briefly last time I did an anniversary video, actually. I was going to knock doors in Georgia and then later in Omaha with a streamer that I admire. Do political canvassing. I'm probably going to do that in Pennsylvania this year. Interesting. I'm going to TwitchCon, actually, this year in October. Don't know what that'll be like. Again, my Twitch streams literally get 1 or 2 viewers, and they're usually family or friends. And it was mostly because my stream was so shit and was so laggy. And I didn't solve the problem for such a long time. And I was going about it the wrong way because I assumed it was my upload speed, which was very slow. But my slow upload speeds is like 20 meg, which I pay for gigabit, but I don't have Verizon, so I can't get or expect gigabit. So I just assumed that upload speed was the reason why. 20 megabit is fine for Twitch. I looked it up, so I was completely fucking wrong about that, and I didn't even bother looking into it correctly for so long, and my Twitch channel probably suffered for that. Not that I think I would have blown up and be this huge guy if I had fucking, solved that problem earlier. Next year, I am going to do the anniversary video fucking on time, no matter what the fuck is happening, come hell or high water. So, come to expect a anniversary video less than a year from now, in February 19 of 2023, the way our Lord who doesn't exist intended. I'm going to watch Obi-Wan, and I'm going to I'm not going to stream Sea of Thieves. I'm going to play Sea of Thieves while watching the old show Stargate Atlantis in the background. So, please do all enjoy yourselves. Whoever's watching this at this point, 6 years later. I started this when I was in college. Isn't that cute? But I made a hell of a fucking hype video for my any percent run. I set highlights of my any percent run of Origami King to Super Beast by Rob Zombie. It is by far the funniest fucking 3.5-minute video I've ever made. At least it amused me. I'm gonna make a playlist of the videos I made that are like that, including the Darth Vader Tauntaun one. Honestly, I think fucking Rob Zombie Origami King fucking beats Darth Vader on a Tauntaun any day of the week. Even though I set it to that fucking... I don't even know what the song is called. Bye!